Hello and welcome to a new edition of Vaughan in Vivo, Vaughn Live. That's me, ese soy yo, Vaughn. Richard Vaughn. I'm here to teach English and you're here to learn English. So, manos a la obra. Let's get to work. Y si quiero añadir una palabra más, let's get down to work. Manos a la obra. Let's get to work. Let's start working. Okay? And we're going to work on the present tense, el tiempo presente, que es pan comido. It's a piece of cake. Un trozo de tarta. Es como decimos en inglés, pan comido. The present tense is a piece of cake. Eso es lo que creéis, eh? But most of you make mistakes all the time. Okay, so we'll talk about my wife, or my daughter, or my best friend, or my boss. Ask me if my boss is a difficult person. Eva.
Is your boss?
Digo Eva. You're Eva. Annette.
Is your boss a difficult person?
Yes, he is. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, this is Eva over here, and this is Annette. Las confundo. Okay, I always confuse them. I get them mixed up. Because sometimes Annette sits on my left, and sometimes she sits on my right, and sometimes vice versa. Now, Annette is sitting on my left. Ask me if my boss is a difficult person.
Is your boss a difficult person?
Yes, he is. Ask me where he lives.
Where does he live?
He lives in this city. Ask me if he lives alone.
Does he live alone?
No, he doesn't. Ask me who he lives with.
Who does he live with?
He lives with his family. Ask me how many children he has.
How many children has he?
¿Por qué has cambiado ahora? ¿Dónde está el
How
famoso
many
does?
children does he have?
Repeat, please.
How many children does he have?
He has 2 children. Ask me how many wives he has.
How many wives does he have?
He has 1 wife, okay? Ask me if he has a nice house.
Does he have a nice house?
Yes, he does. Ask me if he has a nicer house than me.
Has he?
Porque
Does
¿dónde?
he have a nicer house than you?
Yes, he does. Ask me why.
Why does he have a nicer house than you?
Because he earns more. Ask me why.
Why does he earn more?
Because he's the boss, okay? And ask me if he has a nice car.
Does he have a nice car?
Yes, he does. Ask me what kind of car he has.
What kind of car does he have?
He has an Opel, all right? It's a good car. Okay. No, it's a German car? Yes, okay. Now, ask me if he drives his car to work every day.
Does he drive his car to work every day?
Yes, he does. Ask me what time he leaves home.
At what time does he leave home?
Perfecto, pero quítame el ato al principio, que está bien, pero no se dice.
What time does he leave home?
Every morning.
Every morning.
I think he leaves home at 8:30. Ask me how long it takes him to go to work.
How long does it take him to go to work?
All right. How long does it take him to go to work? Eva, what does she want to know?
She wants to know how long it takes
¿A
him.
quién? Okay, him.
It takes him to get job to
work.
work.
To get to work and to go to work. It takes him 45 minutes. Ask me why it takes him so long.
Why does it take him so long?
It takes him 45 minutes because he leaves home at 8:30. Ask me how long it would take him if he left at 7 o'clock.
How long does it take him if
No. He leaves home at 8:30. And he gets to work at 9:15. So it takes him 45 minutes every day. Ask me how long it would take him if he left home at 7.
Okay. How long would he take him? Well, how long would it take him if he left home at 8:30?
All right, good, perfect. Ahora vamos a repetirlo.
Yes.
¿Cuánto tiempo tardaría si se fuera o saliera de casa a las 7? How long?
How long would it take him if he left home at 8:30?
7 o'clock.
7:30. 7 o'clock.
What does she want to know?
She wants to know how long does
It
would take you
A mí no, a
if
mi
it
jefe.
would take him if he leaves on 7:30.
Listen to the question.
How long would it take him if he left home at 7:30?
All right. What does she want to know?
She wants to know how long does it.
Ay. Okay, listen, Annette. Ask me if my boss drives to work every day.
Does your boss drive to work every day?
Yes, he does. Ask me what time he leaves home. What?
What time does he leave home?
He leaves home at 8:30. Ask me what time he gets to work.
At what
that.
time does he get to work?
He gets to work at 9:15. Ask me how long it takes him to drive to work.
How long does it take him to drive to work?
It takes him 45 minutes. ¿Y por qué se va? Sale de casa a las 8:30. Ahora vamos a poner un caso hipotético de que saliese a las 7. ¿Ok? Todo es hipotético. Irreal porque no sale nunca a las 7. Ask me how long it would take him if he left at 7.
How long would it take him if he left at 7?
Now, escucha. What does she want to know?
She wants to know how long it would take him if he left at 7:30.
2 con 7:30.
Ahí va. 7.
R con 7:30. Ok, 7. Ok, ahora vamos al principio. Porque te tocaba antes recapitular, no ella. Ahora, ¿te has fijado? What does she want to know?
She wants to know how long it would take him to left
If
he left home at 7.
Oh, good, very good. Okay, now, ask me how long it would take him if he left home at 7.
How long would it take him
If?
he left home at 7 o'clock?
What does she want to know?
She wants to know if you
How long?
how long it would take you if you left at
7.
if he left at 7.
How long it would take him if he left at 7? It would take him, my boss, only 15 minutes.
I forgot the answer.
No, my boss leaves home at 8:30. It takes him 45 minutes. Ask me why it takes him so much longer later in the morning.
Why does it take him so
much?
long? Longer in the morning.
Because in this city, and in practically every city, it's a cattle mentality. Do you understand a cattle mentality?
Yes.
How do you say that in Spanish?
Que todos hacemos lo mismo.
Mentalidad de manada.
Yes.
Everybody at the same time. All right? And it takes my boss 45 minutes. Now, if he left home at 7, it would take him only 15 minutes.
But what do you do at 7:30, 15?
Work. All right.
1 hour earlier.
Yes, but you do a lot of things. Ask me if my boss listens to the radio when he's going to work.
Does your boss listen to the radio when he goes to work?
Yes, he does. Ask me if he takes his wife to work.
Does he take his wife to work?
Yes, he does. Ask me if he drops her off at her office.
Does he drop her off at her office?
Yes, he does. Ask me if he goes out of the way to drop her off.
Does he go out of the way to drop her off?
No, he doesn't. Ask me if her office is on the way to his office.
Is her office on the way to her office?
No entendido. Ask me if her office is on the way to his office.
Is her office on the way to his office?
Yes, it is, fortunately. And ask me if she works in the same company as her husband.
Does he work?
She,
Does
la
she
mujer.
work in the same company as her husband?
What does she want to know?
She wants to know if she works at the same company, in the same company that he
As.
as her husband.
Por eso te lo pregunté. Por el segundo as. Does she work in the same as? It's the same as. The same as. No existe en inglés the same that. Ni the same that. The same as. No, she doesn't work in the same company as her husband. She works in a different company. Ask me if she works in a big company.
Does he work in a big company?
No, la mujer.
Does she work in a big company?
Yes, she does. Ask me if she works in a Spanish company.
Does she work in a Spanish company?
No, she doesn't. Ask me if she works in a multinational.
Does she work in a multinational? Multinational?
Yes, she does. Ask me what kind of job she has.
What kind of job does she have?
She's the big boss. She's the general manager of the company. Ask me if she earns more than my boss.
Does she earn more than your boss?
Yes, she does. Ask me why.
Why does she earn more than your boss?
Well, because my boss is Cabeza de Ratón. It's a small company. And his wife is Cabeza de León. All right, no cola. Okay? Ask me if she makes a lot more than her husband.
Does she make a lot more than her husband?
Repeat.
Does she make a lot more than her husband?
Okay, está bien. Ahora, vamos a decirlo bien, con soltura,
Yes,
sin complejos. Does she make, or does she earn a lot more than her husband?
Does she earn a lot more than her husband?
Yes, she does. Okay. Ask me how much money they earn between the two of them.
How much money do they earn between
The two.
the two of them?
I really don't know. Ask me if they have a nice house in the country.
Do they have a nice house in the country?
Yes, they do. Ask me if they have a house On the coast.
Do they have a house on the coast?
Yes, they do. Ask me how often they go there.
How often do they go there?
I don't know. I have no idea. All right? And ask me if their children are grown.
Are their children grown?
One of them is 24 and the other is 18. So more or less the children are grown. Ask me what the 24-year-old is doing now.
What is the 24 years old?
La de 24 años es la chica.
24
Ask me
years.
what the 24-year-old
Okay.
es. Son guiones. The 24-year-old, la vigésima, how do you say? La
Vigésimo cuarto.
La vigésima cuarta,
Bueno,
como la quinceañera.
we don't say that,
I
but-
know, but in English, yes.
Uh-huh.
There are two kids, a girl who's 24 and a boy who's 18. Now the 24-year-old
Okay.
is papa, and the 18-year-old. Ask me what the 24-year-old is doing.
What does the
What is
What is the 20 years old
the
doing?
24-year-old?
24 years old doing.
No me pongas S en ningún sitio.
24-year-old doing.
Okay.
Y ahora pongo la S.
She is studying a master's degree. All right. Ask me what the 18-year-old is doing.
What is the 18 year old doing?
He's in his first year of engineering. Okay. Now ask me if the boy goes to the university by underground.
Does the boy go to the university by underground?
Yes, he does. Ask me what time he takes the underground.
At what time does he take?
Quítame el at.
What time does
Perdona. Okay, can you bring me the camera? ¿A qué hora baja al metro? ¿A qué hora sale de casa? ¿A qué hora desayuna? ¿A qué hora come? ¿A qué hora me llama? ¿A qué hora? Claro, en español, ¿a qué hora? En inglés, at what time. Sin embargo, casi nadie, yo creo que nadie, en el mundo habla inglés dice at what time. Decimos what time. What time do you get up? What time do you go to work? What time do you leave home? What time do you call me every day? What time do you start work? What time do you have lunch? What time do you finish work? What time do you go home? What time do you go to bed? What time do you wake up in the morning? What time? Ahora, cuando respondes, yo me levanto a las 6. I get up at, ahí sí. I get up every day at 6 o'clock. I leave home at 8 o'clock. I get to work at 9 o'clock. I have lunch at 2 o'clock. I go home at 7 o'clock. I get home at 7:30. I go to bed at 11 o'clock. Okay, but what time? At what time es perfecto, pero es para los puristas. Y es tan purista que suena mal. Es como disonante, pero es correctísimo. Pero,
I learned it at school.
I know, en las escuelas a veces enseñan un inglés irreal de los libros de texto. Okay? So, all right.
Okay.
Now, ask me, what time he goes down to the subway?
What time does he go down to the subway?
I don't know. He's not my son. Ask me if my son is the same age as my boss's son.
Is your son the same age as your boss's son?
Good. Repeat, please. ¿Qué cosa?
Is your son the same age
Good.
as your son?
As my boss's son?
As your boss's son?
No, he's not. Tell her to ask me how old my son is.
Ask him how old his son is.
How old is your son?
Good. Repeat.
How old is your son?
He's 23. Okay. Ask me if he's taller than I am.
Is he taller than you are?
Yes, he is. Ask me if he's better looking than I am.
Is he better looking than you are?
Yes, he is. Okay. Ask me if he has more energy than I have.
Does he have more energy than you have?
I don't know. Ask me if
I don't think so.
Ask me if I still. Do you know my son?
No, but I know you.
All right. Ask me if I still have a lot of energy.
Do you still have a lot of energy?
Yes, I do. Ask me if my wife still has a lot of energy.
Does your wife still have a lot of energy?
Good. Repeat, please.
Yes. Does your
Que
God.
si mi still.
What
Mi
happened?
still todavía tiene mucha mujer.
Does your wife still have a lot of energy?
Yes, she does. Okay. And ask me if my daughter has a lot of energy. Annette.
Does your daughter have a lot of energy?
Por un tubo. Yes, she does. She has a lot of energy. Now, ask me if my son lives with me.
Does your son live with you?
No, he doesn't. Ask me if he lives alone.
Does he live alone?
No, he doesn't. Tell her to ask me where he lives.
Ask him where he lives.
Where does your son live?
He lives with my daughter. Okay? All right. And ask me if my daughter lives near me.
Does your daughter live near you?
Not necessarily. No, she doesn't live near me. Ask me how long it takes to drive from my house to hers.
How long does it take you to drive from her house to your house?
Well, it depends on the traffic, but on a Sunday morning with no traffic, it takes about 15 minutes. Ask me how long it takes to walk from my house to theirs.
How long does it take you to walk from your house to her house?
To their house.
Their house.
My daughter and my son.
Yes.
It takes about 2 hours. Ask me how often I walk that distance.
How often do you walk that distance?
About once a year. Ask me when the last time was I walked to my children's house.
When was the last time you walked to your children's house?
About a year ago. All right, so ya estoy para hacerlo otra vez. So it's time to do it again. All right, ask me if my wife joins me when I walk to their house.
Does your wife join you when you walk
To
to their house?
Yes, she does. Ask me if she complains along the way.
Does she complain along the way?
Si se queja durante todo el camino. Yeah, she complains along
2 hours.
the way. No, she doesn't complain. Ask me if she starts complaining in the last part.
Does she start complaining in the last part?
Yes, a little. Ask me if my wife complains a lot.
Does your wife complain a lot?
Yes, she does. Ask me if she complains about me.
Does she complain about you?
Yes, she does. Ask me what she says about me.
What does she say about you?
She says I don't talk. All right. Ask me if she says I'm too quiet at home.
Does she say you are very quiet at home?
Yes, she does. Okay, and it's true. Men are very quiet at home. All right. And ask me what she does to remedy the situation.
What does she do to remedy that situation?
She talks to the lamp. All right. Ask me if the lamp answers her.
Does the lamp answer her?
Sometimes. Okay. I'm listening. So, is the lamp? Did the lamp say something? Ask me if my wife is fat.
Is your wife fat?
No, she isn't. Ask me how much she weighs.
How much does she weigh?
Does she weigh or does she?
That she weigh.
Good. Repeat.
How much does she weigh?
How much does she weigh? I don't know. I think she weighs about 70 kilos. 68 kilos. Ask me how tall she is.
Less. How tall does she is?
Does she is? Primera vez en la historia de la lengua que se ha dicho eso.
How tall is she? I'm sorry.
How tall is she? She's 1.77 meters, I think. Okay, she's tall.
So
All right.
she weighs 76.
She weighs?
67.
Maybe. I don't know. Okay. And ask me how much my son weighs.
How much does your son weigh?
He weighs 82 kilos. Ask me why he weighs so much.
Why does he weigh so much?
Because he's tall. Tell her to ask me how tall he is.
Ask him how tall his son is.
How tall is your son?
I think he's 187. Okay. Ask me if he's taller than me.
Is he taller than you?
Yes, he is. Ask me if he's quite a bit taller than me.
Is he quite a bit taller than you?
Well, he's 7 centimeters taller. Yeah, he's quite a bit taller than me. Ask me if he plays basketball.
Does he play basketball?
No, he doesn't. Ask me if he plays tennis.
Does he play tennis?
No, he doesn't. Ask me if he plays golf.
Does he play golf?
No, he doesn't. Well, ask me what he plays.
What does he play?
He plays video games. Okay. No, he plays other sports. Yeah, he plays chess. Okay, which is a good intellectual sport. Okay. And ask me if he calls me every day.
Does he call you every day?
No, he doesn't. Ask me if my wife calls me every day.
Does your wife call you every day?
Yes, she does. Tell her to ask me why my wife calls me every day.
Ask him why his wife calls him every day.
Perdona, ¿puedes repetir?
Ask him why his wife calls him every day.
Why does your wife call you every day?
To check on me. All right. Ask me if she trusts me.
Does she trust you?
¿Y la segunda T de trust dónde está?
Yes. Does she trust you?
What does she want to know?
She wants to know if she trusts you.
I'm not so sure. Okay. Probably, yes, she trusts me. Okay. I don't know if she's watching the show now. Are you there? Are you watching? Yeah, she trusts me. Even though she knows I'm a pillo, she trusts me, okay? All right, now, ask me if she still loves me.
Does she still love you?
Oh, probably, yes, she does. She still loves me. All right, I think. Toca madera. I hope so. I hope she still, this is formica. Toca formica, no vale. Is this?
No.
Your head.
Okay,
No,
good.
wood.
Touch wood. Okay. Now, Ask me if my wife has a car.
Does your wife have a car?
Yes, she does. Ask me what kind of car she has.
What kind of car does she have?
What does she want to know?
She wants to know what kind of car your wife has.
She has a big van. Okay, big van. Ask me if she wanted to buy it.
Did she wanted to buy it? Did she want to buy it?
No, she didn't. Ask me why she has a van.
Why does she have a van? A van.
Pobre. A ver si aciertas la primera vez.
Yeah.
Una vez.
Okay.
Why-
Why does she have a van? A van.
A van, es un van, ¿no?
A van.
Una vez más.
Why does she have a van? A van.
Listen, escucha, mira mis dientes. Why does she have a van?
Have a van.
Have a van.
Have a van.
Have a van, have a van, have a van.
Have a van.
Que tengas un monovolumen.
Have a van.
Have a van.
Have a van.
Don't have a coupe,
Have a van.
a sedan, have a van. Now ask me why she has a van.
Why does she have a van?
Because I gave her a van for Christmas.
Nice.
It's a nice present.
Yeah, for me it's
Yeah,
perfect.
it's a nice present. Would you like to have a van for
Yes,
Christmas?
I would. Have a van.
Ask her if she has a car.
Do you have a car?
Yes, I have.
Repeat the question.
Do you have a car?
Yes, I do.
All right, ask her if she has a van.
Do you have a van?
Kind of.
Kind of, más o menos.
Yes.
So it's
It's
similar
very
to-
big. It's a
All right.
familiar.
Ask her if she
So
likes
it's-
big cars.
Do you like big cars?
I need a big car
Ask her why.
Why do you need a big car?
to put all my stuff inside.
All right, now ask me if my wife needs a big van.
And that she need a big van.
Good, está bien, pero tu
Yeah, I
fonética,
know.
te lías con la fonética.
Does she need a big van?
No, she doesn't. Ask me why I bought her a big van.
Why did you buy her a big van?
Because usually women like big cars. Yeah. Ask Annette if she likes big cars.
Annette, do you like big cars?
Not so big.
All right, do you like big cars?
Yes, because I need them.
All right, men usually like small sports cars, and women like big cars to control big things. They like to control big things.
No,
All right,
no, that's
not true.
yeah, it's not true.
Okay, now ask Annette if her husband drives a van.
Does your husband drive a van?
No,
Drive a van.
Drive a van.
All right, now, la D de does, mantén la lengua
Does.
oculta. Does.
Does your wife?
No, does. Does your husband drive a van?
Does your husband drive a van?
No, he doesn't.
All right, ask her if he drives a BMW.
Does he drive a big, sorry,
BMW?
BMW?
No, he doesn't.
Ask her if he drives a Mercedes.
Does he drive a Mercedes?
No, he
Mercedes.
doesn't.
Mercedes.
Ask her if he drives a Skoda.
Does he drive a Skoda?
No, he doesn't.
All right, well, he drives a car. Ask me if I drive a Skoda.
Do you drive a Skoda?
No, I don't. Ask me if I drive a big car.
Do you drive a big car?
No, I don't. Ask me if my wife smokes.
Does your wife smoke?
Sometimes. Ask me how many cigarettes a day she smokes.
How many cigarettes does your wife smoke?
Every day? I think she smokes 2 cigarettes or 3 a day. Ask me if she smokes Spanish cigarettes.
Does she smoke Spanish cigarettes?
I don't know. I don't pay attention. Ask her if she smokes at home.
Does she smoke at home?
No, she doesn't. Ask me if she smokes in the office.
Does she smoke in the office?
No, she doesn't. Ask me where she smokes.
Where does she smoke?
She smokes outside of the office, okay? And ask me if she has lunch with me every day.
Does she have lunch with you every day? Every day?
What does she want to know?
She wants to know if your wife has lunch with you every day.
No, she doesn't. Ask me how often she has lunch with me.
How often does she have lunch with you?
Twice a week. All right. Ask me what days she has lunch with me.
What days does she have lunch with you?
She has lunch with me on Saturday and Sunday. And occasionally. How do you say de vez en cuando?
Occasionally.
Se dice muchísimo. Mucho más que from time to time. Occasionally she has lunch with me during the week because we get together to have lunch. Ask me if I enjoy having lunch with my wife.
Do you enjoy having lunch with your wife?
Yes, I do. All right. Ask me why.
Why do you enjoy having lunch with your wife?
Because she's a doll. Doll significa muñeca. Pero en inglés, she's a doll means es un sol. Es un encanto. Vale. Okay? We have to go. And I haven't finished with does. Voy a machacar en la tercera persona del singular hasta el fin del año. Vamos a seguir todo el año y voy a convertiros en expertos con el presente, luego con el pasado, luego con el futuro, con todo el idioma inglés. Puede que parezca fácil, pero no lo es. Okay. Now, we'll be back in 3 or 4 or 5 minutes for more of Vaughan in Vivo. So stay tuned and don't go away.